Hi there again, it's Tim with Far North Magic. End up with another damaged precon. Uh, this one is the Exquisite Invention from the 2018 Commander series. So I figured I'd do a little bit of a rundown of about the deck, or what's in the deck. And this one got really messed up in shipping, not just a little bit. Usually they just get like a bit of a breakup at the top or the bottom, but this is like, oh no, I'm gonna get resealed capabilities. So this deck was part of the 2018 series, which came out in August of 2018. So basically 3 years ago. They were, I think, like around $40 when they first came out. This was one of the decks that was not too crazy. It was basically just $40, $40 to $50, depending on where you looked, for me in Canada when I looked. So there's a lot of times when you could find them for around $40 on a bit of a sale, or just overall. There wasn't anything too crazy in the deck. Like at the beginning, Treasure Nabber was the reason why the deck was a little more like sometimes it pushed towards 60, but like Treasure Nabber was the big card at the beginning, and then it's kind of I guess been overtaken by Retrofitter Foundry ever since that took off. So this deck starts with has the Saheeli the Gifted as the face planeswalker, and it's around a couple dollars, like almost $3. And then you get a Brutaclad. The Brutaclad was hanging in for a couple dollars as well, but that double masters printing really knocked it down, and now it's back up to almost $1, or I think just $1. Then you get Thanos, who just doesn't really do a whole lot for value wise. And then you get some tokens. I don't know. I think the survivor tokens are the more valuable tokens out of these guys, but they're not like very chase tokens. And you get the Loyal Drake and the Loyal Apprentice. So this was becoming a very chase uncommon. Not that it's really different rarity than any of the other cards in this set, I guess. But it was also in the Nature's Vengeance deck. But it was pushing like around $3 from what I could see. But with the reprint in, it's down quite a lot. Geode Golem is another decent uncommon. Ethereum Sculptor is a good common. So get like into the Royal, which is meh. Got Thirst for Knowledge, which is crushed down. Just so many printings. Tidings, Whirler, Rogue, Bopter, Engineer. Just I really thought this had a chance at the chief of the foundry, but I thought it had a chance of being something like $1. Just doesn't seem like it is. So this one has 19 cards above $1 and 11 cards above $2, and the total value of about 120. So this seemed like a slam dunk to get, well, as it was one that I got for with some other stuff for $50 and tax, so like 56 and change. So I think if you can get, I messed up this already. If you can get them around 50 or $60, that's a really good price, because the Retrofitter's Foundry is basically close to that price. So I think I'm gonna still be looking at if I can find. I found some more, but it's the issue of, do I snap the trigger and get them at like $55 or $60. Not sure if it's worth it at 60 with taxes and shipping and such. So Healy's directive's been ticking up a little bit. For a long time there, it wasn't worth a whole lot of anything, but it's up to, I guess, 290 is what I got wrote down. There's Treasure Nabber at 12. I know it was around 20 Canadian for a while, and kind of wish I hung on to got a few more of them when they were a bit cheaper after the big spike. We got a Var Child. That one's what was this? Almost 5. Ancient Stone Idol is another one pushing over $4. So, and there's been a couple, like the Jewel was on the list. The Atlas was part of Double Masters. Here's a Retrofitter Foundry, which is the big chase card of this deck. I know some of the Canadian sites have that for like around $50 alone. So it was even more on some sites. So it's hard to tell what to really expect. Your mythic other than the foils is the Soul of New Phyrexia, which isn't anything super special. And then what do we got here? Ethergeist. Nothing too crazy. Spy Network was around $1. I think Blasphemous Axe around $2. Chaos Warp is under $2 finally, because it was around $3 for $3-4, and some duplicate got so many printings finally, I guess. That, but it also like probably had a change in play patterns. And Unwinding Clock is another big card, the third most valuable at $11. So, and then lands. Then you got some of these unique, like commons, like even what is it? The Path of Ancestry, until it got reprinted a bunch of extra times. Can't remember the other one. I should have wrote it down. But stuff like this is easy to just like skip and forget, but they can add up to like, I remember Path Ancestry was around $2 for a while. So until it got reprinted a few more times, like Command Tower in every deck. Even some of these, like even these artifact lands, like you kind of forget them, but they're still something. I think around $1. Seats around $2 almost. It's 192, so that does seem pretty crazy in price for artifact land, but yeah. So I don't know for this one. It's very top heavy, and I expect once the retrofitter gets reprinted, it will crash. I expect the retrofitter to drop quite a bit. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, like from what I got told at one point, it was legacy play. I'm like, I don't know. That doesn't seem to drive enough for a card to jump that much, because it was worth like only a few dollars for a long time. But I think it will go down, especially if they reprint it in something with like many variants and everything else. I was kind of actually surprised they didn't reprint Treasure Nabber already, but I also expect that to get reprinted because it doesn't have a foil yet, and it being a commander card. So I don't know. I guess what else? I don't know. I guess looking at this deck, you can never know which one will end up being the best in the end, because this was kind of a good one, and then it dropped off and became one of the cheaper ones. And then now it's at least got the most value in the box out of this group. But it has been a set that people didn't like, so that helped keep it down. And also the print run was a bit higher than, or a lot higher than 2017, but then still I guess a lot higher compared to the demand. So I think sometimes it's good if you can put away some extra decks of the unappreciated, like not weaker ones, but ones that have a bunch of unique cards that can start to move. And sometimes you can find some decks that have good breakup value. Like this deck has really good breakup value if you want a retrofitter foundry. You can probably bust down the rest of the cards to get the foundry for free. Or you can just take the foundry and almost get the deck for free if you can get it around $50. So like, or the Foundry and like a couple other cards. So and get the rest of the deck. So I guess I just thought I would do a little like ramble as I was having to bust that one up anyways because it was damaged in shipping. So I just figured I'd like do a little review. I hadn't looked at it in a while to realize that it had that much value in it. I knew it had like the Nabber, the Clock, and the Foundry, and I knew those were expensive cards. But beyond that, it was kind of interesting to see how there was a whole bunch of like cards in $2, and even some above $1.50 that I wasn't expecting. So I guess beyond that, I hope I didn't bore you too much, and thanks for watching. If you can comment if you have any suggestions of stuff to look to like do a kind of like a review or something, that'd be cool. If you could like, share, subscribe, even just like with a comment of like if you don't like it, it would be helpful to gauge what to kind of do, because I'm sure a lot of people just get bored of me like cracking a box of Modern Horizons for the, I don't know, umpteenth time, or Jumpstart or something that I end up getting a whole bunch of that I've opened a lot of. So, as I said, if you could give some feedback, that would be awesome. And I hope to see you guys next time. Thanks again for stopping in this time. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care, and see you next time. Bye.